India had announced opening up of its mission in Timor-Leste, and Timor-Leste has also opened its mission here in India. This is part of the broader outreach, especially by India towards the Pacific. With me is the top Timor-Leste diplomat here in Delhi. He's also the first Timor-Leste diplomat to come in India and take charge and start this process of diplomatic engagement. Let's speak about the relationship, what to expect. Welcome to Beyond, sir. My first question to you is essentially about the relationship. If you can give a broad overview of this relationship, how this relationship is going forward. We know that the diplomatic missions now are working. They will facilitate a lot of diplomatic engagement. So if you can give a broad overview of this relationship.
Actually, our relationship, if you look at the history, the Timor-Leste and India is a 500 relationship. When is in the Indian trade going to Timor to find the sandalwood, and then also many of Goa missionary arrive in Timor-Leste. So that by then that historical relationship between our two countries. And then once Timor-Leste restoration of independence in 2002, India one of the countries that recognized our independence. By then in 2003 we established diplomatic relation, and then and then also just recently, few years, that our Prime Minister Sanana Guzman meeting with His Excellency Prime Minister Modi during the summit of ASEAN in Laos. Then both leaders committed to strengthen their relationship, and then by the open the embassy of the both country. And then also Honorable Prime Minister Modi also last year invited His Excellency President Dr. Zeram Zorta come to Gujarat Vibrant in January last year in Ahmedabad. So that in the high level contact is that can show how is the relationship between our two countries through our leaders meeting. And then now is we concretize materialize the diplomatic relation. And then today officially we open Timor-Leste embassy in Delhi. And then vice versa, the Indian diplomat also arrived in Delhi, Timor-Leste, to open Indian embassy in Delhi. So you can see, Delhi and Delhi.
I was coming to that connect.
Yeah.
Delhi and Delhi. The capital of your country is Delhi. It's written D-I-L-L-I,
yes.
and we are New Delhi.
Yeah.
Now, essentially, let's talk about the opening of the mission. Now, if you can talk about opening of this mission here in Delhi, is it starting to function from today? Are you starting to give the visas? What's the process like if people want to go to East Timor, which is Timor-Leste, and visit the country? Can Indians go to the country by applying for visa from this very embassy?
I think by the open the embassy here, the first priority is how to follow up the bilateral cooperation between our two countries that we have by the potential of the both countries. Especially for Timor-Leste, we have gas and oil. We're very potential in tourism in the future, and then also it will be also because of the geographic location. We are between Asia and the Pacific, near to. Therefore, it will also potential for a logistic hub. So that's potential that we have, and then also we have organic agricultures. And then also fishery, because we island country. We have a very potential for also fishery or seafood industry in the future. And what we look at India, that what we want to get from India, of course, for the last 10 years, India economic is rapidly growing, and then also remarkable achievement. I think under His Excellency Prime Minister Modi, and it was contributed for Indian progress in terms of the economic development, and become also one of the major player economic in the region, in South Asia, and also in the global stage. So we look at the your industry like IT is a very potential pharmaceutical industry, and then also so that we can collaborate on then how to to strengthen bilateral relation. And then regarding your question also how to the connectivity of the two countries, Of course, we are going to improve in the near future.
Mhm.
For right now, we don't have a direct flight.
Mhm.
But how that Indian friends want to visit Timor-Leste, to choose Timor-Leste as the destination for tourism, you can go to through Bali, transit through Bali. Bali to Dili is only 3 hours, or you go to from Singapore 3 hours, and then also go through Bali, Indonesia is only 1.5 hours. And regarding visa, is we are not issue visa yet. What we can guarantee to all Indian friends is on arrival visa. So all Indian passport is on arrival visa. And right now the Indian community also in Timor-Leste is increasing. Just last December, MBBS group, the medical school, 300 students arrived in Timor-Leste. Now
Okay.
their study there is growing, and then also some of the business people are also trade, and they're also now in Timor-Leste. So the Indian community in Timor-Leste also growing, and then vice versa. Timor-Leste, I think now is still, gradually. We're looking forward to have in the future to have a student to get a scholarship to study in India. So that I think it will be strengthened not only bilateral relation but also people-to-people relation.
You have put it quite significantly what is the broad contours of the relationship. But what do you expect from India? India has been growing its Pacific engagement. The Prime Minister Modi was in Papua New Guinea. So what's your expectation? India in the past has also helped Timor-Leste in many ways by providing essential commodities, I believe, requirements which were as per the need of your country. So if you can perhaps delve on what is your expectation from India and India's growing influence in the Pacific.
I think what we're expecting now is India can contribute to develop our IT industry. Right now, we already have conversation how to establish IT excellence. So now the process is still ongoing. The process is ongoing so that Timor-Leste also can enjoy digital economy. So that's an ongoing project. It's still ongoing, and then also the other we can explore the other sector as well that are very important also. As I mentioned that we have a gas and oil, so we are now looking for investment. So that I think also India can take into consideration how to join the petrochemical for the south coast. We have a pipeline LNG. It will be coming soon. Great and Sunrise is lucrative, more than $50 billion. So that I think maybe from India side can see is as an opportunity to explore and to join. And I think through Prime Minister Modi, bilateral cooperation, all the technical assistance has been supported significantly during this during 10 years. So I think now with the embassy open here, then we can accelerate and what we have, and then also trying to explore what is become priority of the both country, so that we can bringing our bilateral relation to the next level.
India's growing influence in the Pacific. Any words?
I think India is not only in Pacific but in a global stage. By having as a global South leader, and then also as one of the member of BRICS, and then also play very important role also in G20. So I think India play very, very important. Nowadays, with the current situation of the economic, might be called a war tariff, but I think India can contribute how to stabilize the market, so that country like us also can survive, or it will not be obstacle to our economic development.
And how do you see India as the leader of the global South?
Yeah, India play a very important role. That's why I think by Timor-Leste located in Asia Pacific, so that we also I would like to say that Timor-Leste is a country, that peace-loving country. We are moving forward. So for us, a friend for all, no permanent lines, no enemy, zero enemy, but we're friend for all. So that by our own history is shown that after independence. So what we because we are struggle for independence in need 24 years, and then a lot of sacrifice. By then, after independence, what we would like to advocate is only peace, peace-loving country, international peace, and then Asia Pacific must be maintained The balance must maintain the stability so that Asia Pacific and the Pacific belong to all of us.
My last question to you is on the cultural aspect. Now, the popularity of yoga, the popularity of Indian movies, you mentioned about the Indian community. So if you can perhaps talk about how much does the India connect? Do you do yoga? Do you watch Indian movies? What do the ordinary Timor-Leste people do when it comes to when they hear the India term? I mean, when they hear about Indians or India?
I think, by then, India very well known on your Bollywood, your film industry. Bollywood is very, very well known. And then people familiar with that. You can see, in India, Timor-Leste is joining your, watching your film industry is not only after independence, even before. So we follow your movie 80s, 90s. So all, that's why some of your stars very, very famous in Timor-Leste, like Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Kajol. They are very, 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 very famous there. Even all young Timorese, they can sing their songs in Hindi. But even though they didn't know what is the meaning, let's say, like kucha kucha hota hai, mele mele gaya. So all this, if you visit there, you can notice by yourself how Timorese like. When they look at you, they will start singing to say hello to you through all this beautiful song. So that's why I think His Madam President of India, who visited Timor-Leste last year on August, it's very, very important to consolidate the bilateral relation between Timor-Leste and India. And then also have a number of significant MOU that we signed by both countries. One of them is culture exchange. So culture exchange is also music, dance, theater, music, archaeology, and then include also film industry. That's why I think for the last 6 months I'm here to establish the embassy. I was also established the networking with some of your Bollywood actors by showing that a video, some number of pristine, beautiful video about the Timor-Leste natural environment and the beauty of the country. Then they can also explore how to find some shooting location in Timor-Leste in the near future. So that I would say that Timor-Leste, the Timorese know very well Indian through your Bollywood, and then also like what you mentioned, also yoga. Yoga also is very, very, very important, and then contributed to health, and then also peace of mind, and then also not only yoga but also meditation. India, you have ancient cultures, the value that we will value, so that will also contribute for the humankind. So the meditation, that's also very important. So that I think India is I would conclude. I would say that India rich of cultures. You are not only a state, but also I would say the civilization, state civilization of India, because of your reach of history and heritage.
Well, very beautifully put, the relationship, and of course, what's the view of people of Timor-Leste, the Timorese people. Thank you so much, sir. On that note, it was pleasure speaking to you, and we'll continue to engage, sir.
Likewise.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir. So that is the word about the relationship from Timor-Leste's top diplomat in India, and also the first diplomat in India who is now not only in the process of setting up the embassy, which has been now operationalized, but also making sure the diplomatic relationship goes next level in the hierarchy. With video journalist Ajit Siddhansubal for WION in New Delhi.